about Friday Night SmackDown, Michael Cole, you're talking about the house that AJ Styles built. Is that right? Well, whatever it is, we'll see it next.
Welcome to Jobbed Out. The wrestling editorial reminds you that the WWE went so far as to debut Abyss just so Jeff Hardy would have to take another piss test. Now, if you haven't watched SmackDown, I'm sure you've seen the clips by now. As part of this kickoff to a feud between AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy, Styles brought forth to TV a new segment to help determine the next challenger for his Intercontinental Championship. The Phenomenal Intercontinental Statistics System. Doesn't that name take the piss? But overshadowing this segment was the WWE debut of a longtime TNA legend, Christopher Joseph Parks, known as Abyss. More specifically, Abyss's Joseph Park Esquire persona, a Chicago lawyer completely unaware that when he sees blood, he turns into his deathmatch brethren. Abyss now joins Kurt Angle, Jeff Jarrett, Sting, and the Dudleys, which means now officially more than half of the TNA Hall of Fame have made appearances in the WWE after their inductions. Now, Joseph Park was not a factor in this segment. He was mostly just there to mug, but it doesn't matter. Fans have wanted to see this guy jump ship since the early 2000s. He was TNA's Kane. He was TNA's Mankind. He was down to take you to Thumbtack City, bitch. And he carried Janice over his shoulder before some zombie TV show tried to make it look cool. But the question is, what will they do now that Joseph Park is canon? On one side, the guy's 46 years old. He hasn't been an active wrestler in years. Even when he was not the most graceful performer. And the hardcore era in which he would have thrived is now long gone. Add to that, they're debuting Joseph Park and not Abyss. And Joseph's gimmick for a long time was that he was the guy who does not know how to wrestle. It would be perfectly reasonable just to dismiss this as a one-off. Especially since this was probably the absolute opposite of fanfare for a debut. The WWE barely mentioned his existence, and the only reason we're talking about it is because we as fans have very long memories. On the other hand, there are a couple things working in Abyss's favor here. Firstly, he's already got a job secured with this company. He's been an agent for like half a year now, managing to avoid furloughs and layoffs, let's be real, because he's new and therefore cheaper on payroll, but it still counts. There's also this. He was mentioned on TV by name.
You know, let me see that little Joseph Park. Thank you, sir.
Now, if you're not going to get a second look, there's no point giving you a name. You may as well be attorney number 3. Hell, Park wouldn't even have to be out there, as AJ could just do the segment perfectly fine on his own. But the fact that he got Joseph's name out there, and Michael Cole, in his annoying way, did make a point to remind you that Joseph was there.
I still don't understand the purpose of that bozo in the ring, but nonetheless,
means that there might actually be some plan for him, even if he's just cannon fodder. And who knows what will happen. Maybe he'll be fed to Jeff Hardy in a match. Maybe he'll impress the people backstage enough to land a performer's contract or have the opportunity to show the WWE Universe what he can do as we slide back towards a TV-14 era. I mean, MVP just did it, right? And MVP's not 6'8" and a land of people who may be 5'10" tops. Personally, I don't think Abyss is a very good wrestler. Even the tiny bump that he took in this segment was awkward enough that they had to cut away from it. Then again, Joseph Park, as mentioned before, is not supposed to know how to wrestle. Side note, a bit of a ramble here, but mad props for maintaining that kind of dedication even when he was in TNA. A trained wrestler pretending not to be a trained wrestler, that's not easy. And to still make it look good? WWE viewers may not know this, but the Impact Zone ate that shit up.
Oh, you guys are too much! Welcome back! Yeah, you hear that? They like me! They like me!
People love Joseph Park. Hell, I tuned in specifically for his story during the Aces and Eights era. It was awesome. But ultimately, who knows? I'm just happy to see another guy who should have gotten a sniff 15 years ago at least be able to say he's made it to the show once. Not unlike a certain other pair of mid-2000s beloved indie wrestlers who got to become weekly parts of WWE TV. Now that's just my opinion though. What do you think about the WWE debuting Joseph Park, even if it was to literally no fanfare? Do you think this was a one-off, or maybe the beginning of something bigger for Abyss? And be honest here, look at this guy. tell me you don't want to see him in a room standing right beside Paul Heyman.
My name is Joseph Park Esquire.
Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments section, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more, because I want you to be a part of this conversation too. For now though, I better get my shoulders off the mat, so thank you for tuning in to Jobbed Out. I'll catch you next time.